Hello, children. Today we will be doing with the numericals problems on an alternating current. The last class I had given you a couple of formulas, and I hope you must have gone through all the formulas. Today let us pick one of the question in the alternating current. You can see question number 19. In an alternating circuit with all components connected in series, the EMF and current are given by, you can see there are two equations given. V equals to 200 sine, in the bracket it is 314 t plus pi by 6 volt, and I is equals to 5 sine 314 t ampere. You need to obtain the peak values of EMF and current, the frequency of the alternating source, the phase difference between V and I, and you need to find out the impedance of the circuit. Okay, so we have to find out four components. We need to work on the four components. Whenever we work such questions, first it's better, let us see what is being given. I have written here, we have got V equals to 200 sine, this is the question given. I is also given, this value is given, these are the two equations given. Now we compare it with the standard equation. V is equals to V naught sine omega t plus phi, and I is equals to I naught sine omega t. If you compare these two equations, V naught is coming as 200 volt and I naught is coming as 5 ampere. So we are getting up two values. We are getting 200 and we are getting a 5 amperes, right? So these are the first one is done. The first one is done. The peak values of EMF and current. Now next we need to find out the frequency. It means we need to find out the value of F. We know that omega is equals to 2 pi F. So F is equals to omega by 2 pi. So this is our formula, right? Now if you compare these two equations, I naught sine omega, instead of omega, what you have got, omega is equals to 314, right? So we have got this as equals to 314 as equals to 2 pi F, right? So this is 2 into 3.14 into F, isn't it? So if I take it this side, it will be F is equals to 314 divided by 2 into 3.14. So it is 100 gone, and this is 250. So we are getting frequency as 50 Hertz. We are getting frequency as 50 Hertz. So this is what we have got. Next come with the phase difference. We need to find out the value of phi, right? Phi is what? This is the second part we did. Now when we compare this, V is equals to V naught 200 sine omega, we did 314t plus phi. So phi is coming as pi by 6. So phi is coming as pi by 6. So we have got this the value of pi. The last question of the day, for this part, the fourth question. This is the third question which was asked. Fourth is we need to find out the impedance of the circuit. Now in order to find out the impedance of the circuit, we need to know the value of Z. Z can be easily found out by the peak values. You can see here we have got V naught as 200 and I naught as 5. So Z is equals to V naught by the Ohm's formula by I naught. So it is 200 by 5, that is 40 ohm. We are getting 40 ohm. So this is what we have got. We have got 40 ohm. So this we have done with question number 19. Question number 19 is done on our part, and I hope you must have understood it well. Now based on this, what exactly we have to do next? Just let's have a check. Calculate the current. Now look at question number 23. A 0.21 Henry inductor and a 12 ohm resistor are connected in series to a 220 volt 50 Hertz AC source. Calculate the current in the current and the phase angle between the current and the source. Now this is a LR circuit, and since it is an LR circuit, we need to find out what? We need to find out the current. The current is obviously is equals to if we want to find out for the current, this is equals to V naught by Z, right? And VRMS by Z. So whatever value you are getting, and how to get the value of impedance, that will be under root of R square plus omega L square. So how to find out? Number 23, we have got Z. First to calculate Z, R square, that is the impedance, R square plus omega L ka whole square, because there is no capacitor, isn't it? So R is already given here 12 ohm, and H is given, the value of L is also given 0.21 Henry. Now omega is equals to 2 pi F. Now if you get to see the question, the value of F is given 50 Hertz. So you can write omega is equals to 2 pi into 50. That gives 100 pi. You can substitute, get the value of Z, and then I is equals to 220 divided by Z is V given by Z. So you can easily find out the current. Okay. Tan phi also you can easily find out from the formula. So this is how we are going to solve the numericals problems. What becomes very important, if I get to see, let's see this question number 28. In the adjoining circuit, this is LCR circuit, because LCR, calculate the inductive reactance. It means they are asking the value of X suffix L. They are asking the value of capacitive reactance XC. What should be the frequency of the source so that the reactance becomes equal in magnitude? So they are asking for the frequency of the source. Now here it's already given. If I want to calculate for XC, here it's a value of omega. So from omega, 1000 equals to 2 pi F, calculate the value, or else you take the omega as 1000, and this is 50 into 10 to the power minus 5 into 10 to the power minus 3. So omega L. So when you ask for XL, when we are asking for XL, it is omega L. So omega is 1000, and the value of this is given 50 milli. So you multiply it by 50, 550 into 10 to the power minus 3. So you are getting a 50. So that is the value of XL. Similarly, XC we can easily calculate 1 by omega C. Omega is 1 by 1000. C is what we are getting, 0.2 into 10 to the power minus 6. So we get the value of XC. Omega is equals to 10 to the power 4. Already we have done with it. Okay. So this is how we can solve the numericals problems based on this. Okay. I hope you are understanding this. Thank you.